Ancient Egypt was a place where they celebrated life. They believed that there was life after death that they called the afterlife. They believed the place where they would live in the afterlife was similar to Egypt. The place was called the Land of Two Fields. In order to live in the Land of Two Fields, the Egyptians had to fulfill 3 requirements. First, they had to pass the test of heart in the Hall of Ma'at. This was a test to see if you had a light heart. You had a light heart if your life was filled with doing good deeds. The second was having your name written down. They would hire artists to make a nameplate to attach to their coffins. They believed that if your name wasn't written, then you were lost when you died. The last requirement was to have your body preserved. They called this process mummification. Mummification took about 70 days to complete. First, they would wash and purify the body with water from the Nile River. After the body was washed and purified, all of the organs besides the heart were removed and dried out so they didn't decompose. The brain was included with the organs removed. They felt it was unimportant. The Egyptians believed the heart was the center of feelings and intelligence, so they left it because they would need it in the afterlife. The third step in mummification was to fill the body with stuffing. They stuffed the body to help preserve its shape because without the organs it would collapse. Once the body was stuffed, then it was time to dry the body. This was done by using a substance called natron, which absorbed the moisture from the body. The fifth step didn't take place till after about 40 days. Once the body was dried, they removed the stuffing and washed it one more time with water from the Nile, then covered the body in good-smelling oils to keep the skin elastic. To replace the stuffing, they filled the body with the linens used to purify the body and sawdust. The dried organs were placed in canopic jars. The lids of these jars were sculptures of one of the 4 gods called the Sons of Horus. The stomach was placed in the jackal-headed god, the lungs in the baboon-headed god, the intestines were placed in the falcon-headed god, and the liver was placed in the human-headed god. The next step was to wrap the body in strands of linen and then cover it in a sheet called a shroud. The final step was to place the body in a stone coffin called a sarcophagus. They were now ready to travel to the Land of Two Fields and have a great afterlife.